All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are tearing down a complete business blueprint for some pretty insane YouTube growth. We're talking about building a massive channel without ever, and I mean ever, showing your face or even using your own voice.
So let's start with the core promise of this whole strategy. It sounds a little crazy, right? 100,000 subscribers a month with no camera? But believe me, with the right model, it is absolutely possible. Let's break down exactly how it works.
Okay, so we're going to treat this just like a business model. We'll cover the three main pillars you have to get right. First, the overall strategy, then the essential tools, and finally, the real path to monetization.
We have to start here. And honestly, this is the single most important decision you are going to make. Your niche. It's the foundation for everything. Choosing what we call a high-velocity niche can literally be the difference between blowing up and, well, getting 0 views.
So what even is a high-velocity niche? Well, it boils down to these 4 things. It has to spark intense curiosity. It needs to be something people can watch over and over again. You have to be able to make content for it daily. And, most importantly, you've got to be able to hook someone in just a few seconds.
So, what kind of niches actually fit that description? Here are some of the most powerful ones right now. You've got a huge range, from space facts to AI. But if you're looking for lightning-fast growth, one niche really stands out. Business and power moves of billionaires. It just hits a nerve, you know? It taps directly into our psychology.
Just look at this title. It immediately sparks your curiosity, right? It plays on our fascination with these huge, powerful figures making these massive, controversial decisions. You almost have to click it just to see what happened.
Now this one works a little differently. It creates this powerful feeling of intrigue. It hints at a mistake, a moment of vulnerability in a person we see as basically untouchable. Our brains are just wired to want to know that secret.
And this one? Wow, this is a perfect example of a high-stakes story. You take a giant, a behemoth like Apple, and you reveal this moment of near-total failure. That creates instant tension and a level of curiosity that is almost impossible to resist.
Okay, so you've got that killer niche. What's next? Well, you need a repeatable formula for your content. This isn't about getting lucky. It's about using a very specific script structure that is designed to consistently rack up millions of views.
This 4-part structure, this is the engine of a viral short. The hook grabs you before you can think. Then the curiosity phase opens up what's called an information gap in your brain that you just need to close. The climax gives you that satisfying little dopamine hit, and the lesson at the end makes you feel like you learned something valuable. It's all engineered to maximize retention, and retention is the #1 thing YouTube's algorithm cares about for growth.
So the big question is, how in the world do you create all of this content day in and day out? This is where we get into the secret AI toolkit. This is the software stack that all the top creators are using. But you know what? They rarely talk about it publicly.
And here it is. This is the entire creator stack. For your scripts, you've got incredible AI like ChatGPT. For voiceovers, 11 Labs is just wow. The voices are unbelievably human. For putting it all together, CapCut is an absolute powerhouse. And for all your visuals, you have amazing free resources like Pexels and Pixabay to bring your stories to life. Now here's a little pro tip for getting way better scripts out of your AI. Don't just ask for a script. You gotta be hyper-specific. Ask for a psychological hook and for pattern interrupts every 5 seconds. A pattern interrupt is just a small, unexpected change in the visuals or the audio that keeps resetting the viewer's attention. It's a game changer. And here's another pro tip, this time for your audio. Speed up your AI voice just a tiny bit to about 1.05x speed. It makes the delivery feel way more energetic and it keeps people engaged. And honestly, they probably won't even consciously realize why.
Okay, now for the reality check. This is the part that, let's be honest, most people just ignore. But it is absolutely essential for success. Let's pull back the curtain on what this automation thing really takes and look at the actual payoff.
This brings us to a really crucial point, volume. You have to post a lot. I mean, we're talking 3 to 5 shorts every single day. That's up to 150 videos a month. That kind of volume is what it takes to feed the algorithm and get some serious momentum.
You really need to understand this slide because it separates the dream from the reality. This is not passive income. It's consistent work. And you've got to be prepared for the cold, hard fact that your first 50 videos might totally bomb. Success here is built on consistency and just replicating what's already proven to work.
But If you put in that work, the payoff can be huge. Once you build that audience, you start to open up multiple streams of income. You'll start with the Shorts Fund, then you can layer on affiliate links. But the real money, that comes later, when you're selling your own digital products, like ebooks or templates, and eventually charging big bucks for shoutouts.
So, at the end of the day, this entire blueprint really just boils down to one powerful equation. It's the right niche multiplied by a high audience retention, multiplied by a huge volume of posts, multiplied by relentless consistency. That is the formula.
And what's the result of truly mastering that formula? It's the very real potential to gain 100,000 subscribers every single month. It's the predictable outcome of a perfectly executed system.
So, there you have it. We've unpacked the entire model, the viral niche strategy, that 4-part script formula, the secret AI toolkit, and the hard truth about the grind. The blueprint is right here in front of you. So the only question left is, what are you going to build with it?